Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. Long thought to be the end of Britt Westbourne's saga, her death had seemingly closed a chapter of heartache and mischief, but Tuesday's episode proved just how wrong Port Charles was to assume her story was over. The day begins at Windermere, where Ava receives an anonymous envelope marked only with the letter B. Inside is a flash drive. Against her better judgment, she plugs it in and what plays is a video Britt recorded days before her alleged demise. Dressed in a stark white blouse, eyes intense and heavy with secrets, Britt warns, if you're seeing this, something's gone wrong. Or, someone has returned. Moments later, we cut to General Hospital, where a stunned Liesl Obrecht clutches a patient chart labeled subject for 217 LW and demands to know who authorized the mysterious transfer of the patient to the restricted wing. A nurse stammers and says, Dr. Westbourne's orders. Months ago, she said he'd come one day. He flashed to the rooftop of GH, where Maxie and Spinelli are discussing Britt's legacy fundraiser. Suddenly, Nina appears white as a ghost. He's back, she whispers, and he's asking for Britt. Enter Nathan West, presumed dead, looking very much alive. Revealed slowly, through flashbacks, Britt had been working for months to hide Nathan from those who would have exploited his condition. After being secretly rescued during a WSB Fallout mission, Nathan had been recovering from brain trauma in a private wing under Britt's care. But why the secrecy? The answer: Nathan had information. Dangerous information. About Pikeman. About Victor. About a mole in the PCPD, and Britt feared that if his return became public, he'd never live to tell the tale. Now, with Britt gone and her protection lifted, Nathan's appearance sends shockwaves through Port Charles. Liesl is paralyzed with grief and joy. Maxie stares at him like he's a dream she can't wake up from. And Sonny. He's already piecing together what this means for his war against the shadows threatening his family. Elsewhere, the tone shifts from stunning return to aching pursuit. Drew is no stranger to tracking people, but the hunt for Willow feels heavier than anything he's faced in years. Ever since Willow left her home without a trace, after her confrontation with Carly, Drew hasn't slept. The guilt gnaws at him, the guilt of pushing too hard, too fast. Of reopening wounds that never healed. Tuesday's episode follows Drew through a montage of familiar faces and unlikely allies. First stop, Michael Corinthos. Willow wouldn't just disappear, Drew says, voice rough, not without a reason. And not without telling someone. Michael isn't much help, defensive, torn, blaming Carly for the fallout. But he does give Drew a critical detail. Willow took her mother's old locket with her, the one Nina gave her before she was adopted. Whatever she's looking for, Michael admits, it's not here. Later, Drew visits Carly at her Metro Court office, hoping for answers, or at least clarity. Instead, he finds emotional fire. You knew how raw things were, Carly accuses, eyes flashing. You wanted to be her hero, Drew. But not every wound can be fixed with good intentions. Despite the friction, Drew pushes forward. Following a hunch, he reaches out to Harmony's old contact at the Lakeview Spiritual Center. A phone call confirms Willow checked in under the alias Wren Harper. In the episode's most emotional scene, Drew arrives at the lake retreat. Through the trees and fog, he sees Willow standing barefoot on the pier. Arms crossed over her chest, looking like she's carrying the weight of the world. Willow, he calls out. She turns slowly. The moment stretches a second, then two, then three. Then she speaks. Why did you come? The lakeside conversation is raw, painful, and real. I needed to breathe, Willow confesses. To remember who I was before all of this, before cancer, before Nina, before the lies. Drew tries to step closer, but she stops him with a glance. I care about you, Drew. I really do, she says. But you remind me of everything I've lost. And I'm not ready to lose myself, too. Drew doesn't argue. He just listens, perhaps for the first time in weeks. Then let me be here. Just here. As they sit in silence, the camera cuts back to Port Charles, where Sam looks at Drew's empty apartment. She leaves him a voicemail. Sometimes, chasing ghosts makes you miss the people who need you most. Meanwhile, Carly receives a package addressed to Willow Tate, no return address. Inside, a folder of documents with the WSB seal. Britt's handwriting marks the envelope. For Willow, you'll need this when you remember. As the episode begins to close, layers keep unfolding. Maxie finds herself conflicted. Nathan is back, but he's not the same man she lost. He's quieter, more calculating. Whatever he knows, whatever Britt died to protect is still locked behind trauma and fragments of memory. Sunny, meanwhile, gets wind of Nathan's arrival and immediately suspects danger. Victor's reach didn't end with his death. He tells Dex, if Nathan survived, others might have, too. And they won't stay hidden. In another part of town, Laura receives a cryptic message from an old WSB contact. Your city isn't safe. The past is coming home. The final minutes are pure soap opera, gold. Willow and Drew return to Port Charles together, tentative. Not yet a couple again, but bonded in their understanding. She holds Britt's folder to her chest, knowing it holds the answers to something bigger than she imagined. Liesl stands by Nathan's bedside, weeping. Your sister saved you. Now you must save her. And in a dark, undisclosed location, a hooded figure watches a video feed of Nathan in GH. Activate the protocol, the voice says. Port Charles will burn before the truth comes out. The screen fades to black. Tuesday's General Hospital was a masterclass in emotional tension, long-awaited reveals, and the beginning of a brand new storyline arc that promises to dominate summer. With Britt's secrets coming back in the form of Nathan West and Drew and Willow slowly finding their way back to understanding, fans were left both breathless and craving more. The emotional impact of seeing Nathan again, combined with the rising mystery of Britt's last mission, sets the stage for a thrilling August. Will Britt's final gift to Port Charles be salvation or destruction?